Hey everyone, it's Austin here, but today I'm speaking to you on behalf of Jason. We're diving into an incredibly important topic: how students like you can become campus warriors in the fight against climate change. We're not talking about some far-off future either. This is about taking action right now, right where you are, with the power you have as students to make a real difference. Because let's face it, the planet needs our help. And who better to answer that call than the generation inheriting this big, beautiful, slightly too warm planet? We're going to explore some concrete, actionable steps you can take to make your campus a greener, more sustainable place. From organizing recycling programs to advocating for policy changes, we'll unpack how even small actions can ripple outwards, creating a wave of positive change. This isn't about guilt trips or doom and gloom scenarios. This is about empowerment. It's about realizing that you have a voice, you have agency, and you have the power to shape the future. So let's roll up our sleeves, ditch the apathy, and get ready to make some change, DFTBA style. And hey guys, kindly like and subscribe. Okay, let's start with something we all know, but maybe don't always: recycling. I know, it can feel like a hassle. But here's the thing. Recycling is the ultimate act of nerdfighteria. It's literally taking something that would otherwise be trash, destined for a landfill, and giving it another life. It's like reincarnation, but for soda cans and old essays. Setting up a recycling program on your campus might sound daunting, but it doesn't have to be. Start by figuring out what your school already recycles. Do they even have bins? Are they labeled correctly? Are people actually them? Once you've got a lay of the land, you can start brainstorming ways to improve the system. Maybe you need more bins, better signage, or a campus-wide education campaign to teach people what goes where. Spoiler alert, pizza boxes are tricky. Don't be afraid to get creative. Organize a competition between dorms to see who can recycle the most. Partner with local businesses to offer rewards for recycling. Turn it into a fun, engaging project that gets everyone involved. Remember, the goal here isn't just to recycle more, it's to create a culture of sustainability on your campus. All right, who here likes fresh food? Who here likes knowing where their food comes from? Who here likes digging in the dirt? Okay, maybe that last one's just me. But seriously, starting a campus garden is one of the coolest, most delicious ways to combat climate change. Think about it. Food travels an average of 1,500 miles to get to your plate. That's a lot of fossil fuels being burned just to get a tomato from point A to point B. By growing your own food on campus, you're cutting down on those transportation emissions and supporting local, sustainable agriculture. Plus, you're getting fresh, healthy food. It's a win-win-win situation. Starting a garden might seem intimidating, but it doesn't have to be a huge undertaking. You can start small with a few raised beds or even just some potted herbs outside the student center. Get your friends involved, organize work parties, and maybe even convince the cafeteria to use some of your fresh produce. Imagine that. A salad bar stocked with lettuce you grew yourself. That's some next-level campus sustainability right there. Okay, so you've mastered the art of recycling and you're practically a farming prodigy. Now it's time to level up your activism and advocate for some real systemic change. Because here's the truth, individual actions are important, but to truly combat climate change, we need large-scale policy shifts. The good news is you have more power than you think. As students, you're a vital part of your campus community and your voices matter. Start by researching your school's current sustainability policies, or lack thereof. Are there areas for improvement? Could your school be doing more to reduce its carbon footprint? Once you've identified some key issues, it's time to start organizing. Talk to your classmates, form coalitions with other student groups, and don't be afraid to reach out to faculty and administrators. Write letters, organize petitions, and make your voices heard at campus meetings. Remember, change rarely happens overnight, but by being persistent, organized, and passionate, you can make a real difference. Look, I get it. Fighting for climate justice can feel like an uphill battle, and sometimes it's easy to feel like you're in it alone. But trust me, you're not. There are countless other students out there who share your passion for the environment, and joining forces with them is one of the most powerful things you can do. Start by seeing if your campus already has an environmental club or organization. These groups are often hubs for like-minded students to connect, share ideas, and organize events. Plus, there's strength in numbers. A group of dedicated students working together can accomplish far more than any one person acting alone. And hey, if your school doesn't have an environmental club, start one. Don't be intimidated by the thought of starting something new. All it takes is a few passionate individuals to get the ball rolling. Who knows, you might just inspire a whole new generation of campus environmentalists. We've talked a lot about taking action, but action without education is like a plant without sunlight. It might survive for a while, but it won't truly thrive. That's why educating your fellow students about climate change is crucial. But here's the thing, nobody wants to be lectured to. We're not going for a doom and gloom vibe here. Instead, think about creative, engaging ways to get people excited about sustainability. Organize a screening of a documentary about climate change, but maybe not one that'll make everyone cry. Host a workshop on how to reduce your carbon footprint. Invite guest speakers who are doing cool things in the field of environmentalism. Remember, the goal here is to spark conversations, inspire action, and create a sense of hope. Because here's the thing, climate change is a serious issue, but it's not insurmountable. By working together, educating ourselves and each other, and never giving up hope, we can create a brighter, more sustainable future for everyone. Thanks for watching, and remember, every small action counts when it comes to fighting climate change. Whether you're organizing a recycling program or simply turning off the lights when you leave a room, your choices matter. Don't underestimate the power you have to make a difference. Let's make our campuses greener together, one step at a time. Because the future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we create. And I, for one, am incredibly excited to see what you all do next. DFTBA.